So when doing community assessments, there are multiple ways that you can deliver them. They can be informal, they can be formal, qualitative, quantitative, whichever you choose.
Okay.
So with those assessments, from there you can base your projects upon those. Also, after you've done your assessment, take whatever data you've gathered or whatever information you've gathered, and from there look at what kind of goals you want that project to have, because that should be the basis of what the goal should be. It shouldn't be what in your mind you think is going to be a great project. It should be what the community has asked you to do. And then that will in turn relate to having a good VRF. We've spent 2 days covering, documenting and such, so that information will make your VRF better because you know at the beginning of your project this is what your goal is, and at the end you measure it and then write it in there. So I'll share a very short story about one of the assessments that we did in our community. When we got to the high school, we talked with the head teacher and he told us what some of the problems were or the challenges that the high school faced. So we ended up giving a formal survey to 2 forms, and with all the data that we collected, we compiled it into 2 sheets that didn't just have statistics of the data that we gathered, but we put it into pie charts, and we put it into graphs that the teacher could see, oh, here are major differences in some of the students between males and females, or some of the services that they're not getting. So from that sheet, when I gave it to my head teacher, he was thrilled. He said, I'm going to take this to the parent meeting, and now I can justify being able to do all sorts of projects with this. Coming down the line a couple months later, we had the opportunity to do a Rise to the Test event, along with some of the other PCVs here. And we were able to sell this event to the head teacher because of the assessment that we had originally done. And he said, yes, of course you can do this here because I see that there is a need for HIV testing, information on HIV prevention, and so on and so forth. So by the time we were finished, we had set goals for the event, and when we were done, we had data from the event. So it all tied together, the assessment, the goals, and the data were finished. So what I'd like to share with you is, or the main point that I'm trying to make, is your assessment that you originally do should be the basis for every project that you start and finish.